Welcome in. It's halftime. Cavalier Connection here. It's halftime. The Cavaliers leading the Seminoles 34 to 30. Our first time going live. Jay, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. Watching this performance tonight. What'd you think about the first half? What stood out?
Well, it's we talked about this the other night at the podcast. It's physical. They're big. I think in Charlottesville, we probably taken a few more foul shots than we have tonight. I think Buchanan's gotten popped a couple times, but I will say, you said the other night that the key for Florida State is getting Minor in some foul trouble, and you got Minor and Dunn each with two fouls, but we got a 4 point lead, so we're holding our own. We get them back in the second half, which is huge, and McNeely's been huge tonight too.
Yeah, IMAC's been huge tonight. I think he got the three free throws on top of the two or threes, and then he hit a couple, at least one little drive in as well. Um, Reese is, it amazes me how he can dominate a game without being able to shoot it all from the outside. His
Yeah.
outside shots left him for the last. It feels like 3-4 games. He's not making anything from outside. Yet he's still finding ways to dominate defensively, passing the ball, driving, scoring at the basket. Um, it is concerning that Miner and Dunn both have two, or Reese Beekman, as the CW thinks. If you saw
Right. Oh yeah.
the
Oh yeah.
the little thing before the game, but
Oh yeah.
man, it's tough. It's tough to win on the road in the ACC. So they're going to have to be better defensively in the second half because it hasn't been their best performance at all, so far.
Well, I think that Minor's second foul should have been an offensive
Oh
foul.
yeah, he definitely
I
got
know
hooked.
Bennett was going nuts over there, and I mean it was a definite hook. Like I don't, it was right in front of the ref.
Yeah,
I don't know how they
he
didn't call that.
100% he got hooked, and I see we got a comment coming in from 2.0, just an LOL.
Oh,
Come
well,
on,
thanks for the
2.0,
LOL.
give
We'll
us a
take
little
any
something,
comment
man.
we can get. We only comment we can
Uh,
get
let's. Oh, he might. Let's see. Uh,
says we need to get the communication together on the passing. Yeah, we've had a couple
yeah,
turnovers. The one where
especially
McNeely
there in the
thought,
last minute, that one from
yeah,
Beekman where he was trying to get it back to Buchanan just to start
yeah,
the offense. It was bad possession there, but those things happen. The one thing that surprised me uh about the Florida State was and Jesse didn't mention this when we talked to him. Gosh dang, man, they run those wholesale changes in like a daggone
oh
hockey
yeah,
line.
oh yeah.
But yeah, Robbie, as we know him, 2.0. The LOL was on the minor hook call.
Oh
But
yeah.
if you're out there watching and listening, if you got any questions for us, I don't know how many people might be out there, but feel free to ask any questions of us that you have. What do you think is going to go down in the second half? You think we hold on to this one? I mean, we need it.
Well, I do. We haven't gotten, and I did this the other day on Twitter. We haven't gotten anything out of Dunn yet, and then he was in foul trouble. So I expect he's going to do something for us. And then I'm hoping that feed from Beekman to Buchanan to get that easy dunk is going to open something up for him when he plays. We get Minor back in there. Hopefully he can stay out of foul trouble. Don't pick up that third too quickly. I mean, I feel like we're the better team, but this is a typical Virginia Florida State game. Florida State's so
Yeah.
physical. That pop that Beekman took there in the end. I mean, I don't know how he's not concussed.
Yeah. I was praying he was getting up.
Me too. I was like, good God, he got laid out.
So one
Uh,
thing I'd like to maybe see in the second half, and this is to me is the perfect example of a non. This is not a Dante Harris game.
right.
They are too big and long and physical for him to get a lot of minutes. He gives you nothing on the outside. That last shot at the half, I mean, he's not a shooter. You
Right.
could give him an open gym, and he ain't making that three. Um, and they're so much bigger than him. If they isolate him in the post, it's either 2 free throws or an and one or a dunk. I mean, he's just struggling. I wouldn't mind seeing Rhodey and Murray in there together for a little spurt, just to see what that would look like. Tane, as soon as he shot that corner three, I said, well, that's going in. That's his shot. That's his one.
Oh, yeah.
That's his spot. And that put us up 10. You hate to have a double-digit lead shrink all the way down to 4 at the half, but
And the announcers didn't say the 10-point lead. It feels like a 20-point lead.
Oh,
And
yes,
just
they did.
like we said,
They
did
did.
they
Yeah,
say?
they said it at 7 points at the 11. It was because I made a little note of it. It was at like the 11:39 mark, somewhere in there. They said this
Yeah.
7-point lead for Virginia is a lot larger than it seems when you're playing Virginia because they like to run the shot clock down.
Well, as we said, that 10-point lead went to 4 quick. Well,
Oh
it
yeah,
was not so quick, but we just couldn't score. Like we said, the lapse in scoring. But Rhodey hit a 3. That was nice to see. And I think he got his confidence the first possession of the game when we got the shot clock
Yeah.
violation, but he hit that 3.
He's got to get that shot up though. He was. I mean, he
Yeah.
was. The shot clock is ending and it's right in front of you at the top
Well,
of the key. I mean,
I think
get
the
it up.
buzzer went off. I think the buzzer went off when he called it. I don't think he had a chance to get it up.
I don't know. I thought he could have, but I thought I didn't.
I thought it went up in the middle of the pass. I mean, I thought the clock went off in the middle of the pass.
He should have never been in that situation because Reese should have shot the ball.
Right.
And before that, somebody else had an opportunity to shoot the ball and they passed it up. So
I think this is the kind of game, though. This is a Tane Murray. He fits into this Florida State environment.
Yeah.
He likes that. Tane, you see, they had to talk to him, and I don't recall who he was standing with. He likes to get a little physical. So, he's the kind of guy we need in this game.
We need to do a segment where if you had to avoid a fight with one player, who would it be? Because I can tell I think I would choose Tane. His dad is like like he was like on the next to top level rugby player in Australia, I think.
Oh wow!
Which is like the Blacks. I think that the Blacks is what they call them or whatever. But that dude's just he's a fighter.
Oh yeah, he's tough.
Yeah, he is.
He's tough. Well,
so Wyatt is afraid the refs are going to keep calling more fouls on UVA than FSU. He should be afraid of that because that's going to happen.
It's definitely going to happen. Speaking of toughness, how about that Who's lacrosse team today?
Oh yeah,
Michigan coach. He
what did they say? I kept seeing where people were saying that we were what they call
Pretty Boys.
What was it?
Pretty Boys.
Yeah, the Pretty Boys. Who called us the Pretty Boys?
So the coach, the coaches tried to walk it back a little bit. He didn't specifically call UVA Pretty Boys. So I guess back in mid-January, he was doing an interview and he was trying to talk about how good the Big Ten lacrosse team league was. And he said, and he was calling the ACC a bunch of pretty boys.
Oh, goodness.
Well, he says, well, it won't nothing but clickbait. And so when I guess we got up to yesterday, that's when the quote decided to come out. So, right before the game. So the Virginia players, of course, they said, well, we don't think nothing about that, but it did give us a little extra motivation.
Right.
But
yeah.
to beat the number 9 team in the country and get off to a nice 1-0 start, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, softball's been hot. I don't know what they did against South Carolina, but they had won their first 3 games, and they played against South Carolina, I think, at 3:00. Yeah. So we could definitely look that up. But
and baseball's next week, right? Baseball starts
Friday.
This
coming Friday is baseball.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah, that's exciting. But
how much time we got left before they come back from half?
They're warming up now. Virginia shot over 12 of 28. Florida State 10 of 20. We hit 4 threes. They had none. 6 or 7 from the line's a great night for us.
Oh yeah,
they're 10 for 11.
The rebounding battle, 14 to 14 right now. In the rebounding battle, that's going to be key in the second half. And then we've got to make sure we take care of the ball. Let me see
Yeah.
how many we had. 4 turnovers. That's solid. If we can keep it at 4, we forced 7.
What I'll say,
Um,
they had 7. You
so
know, the
we
one
if
thing about the basketball team this year that's not normal, and it really started, I think it's just Bennett had to try to figure something out. The offensive rebounding, we never rebound the ball like this all on the offensive end in the past because we don't send those guys to the basket
right.
to rebound. But and it's been a big benefit because we've gotten some putbacks and throughout the season since we've been on this little winning streak. So
Oh, absolutely,
we'll see.
absolutely.
Hopefully we can come out and I'd like to get the lead pushed up a little bit here. We get the
Yeah,
ball to
I don't
start
want
the
to have a
second half.
cardiac night. No,
It's
no cardiac calves tonight.
it's probably going to be, but we'll find out. So, but anyway, we appreciate everybody joining us. We're hopefully be able to do this a little more often now. We've got a new little program, and I think we got 6 viewers right now, so that's pretty good. I'm
Yeah.
excited about that. Thank y'all for joining us. We're going to
Yep.
catch
We
this
appreciate
second
you. Tell your
half.
friends to hop on. We'll try to get out a little more notice in the future. We weren't sure we were going to be able to do it, but we were able to figure this out, get it going, and we look forward to doing more in the future.
Yep. All right. Second half's going to be starting here in a couple minutes. Go Hoos. Have a nice
Go
night, guys.
Blues.